Configuring a multi-disk volume group. Instead of going through repetitive tasks here in the Prism UI, I'm going to first I'm going to get some information from Prism. I'm going to go to Storage, go to the Table View, and I want to get a copy of this default container name. Where's my copy? Let's do a Control-C. Then I'm going to go over to the command line and let's get a secure shell to one of the CVMs in the cluster. All right. With that established, we're going to go ahead and use the ACLI command to create a volume group. Call it RCJ demo. And then with the volume group created, I want to populate this volume group with some disks. So we will again use the ACLI command, but we're going to use some bash magic as a part of it. So we'll do for I in one, let's do 48 disks, and then we will do the ACLI command. In this volume group, I want to create disks of size 5 gig, and I want to put them in the default container. Okay, and that should create 48 disks for us in the newly created volume group. And then I want to present that volume group to a Windows server that I have running here. And I'm simply going to get the IP of this server. '51. So back over in the secure shell, ACLI once again, do a vg dot attach external, RCJ demo is the volume group name, and I think it is initiator network ID. Okay. All right, so we've got a couple of clients, a couple of Iscsi clients registered via CVM. I've got my newly created volume group presented to this host, and that's fine and dandy. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into disk management just to have it in the background here. And we see that there are currently no disks other than the local, quote unquote, local disks attached to the machine. And the volume group will present 48 disks to the Windows Server guest here. And obviously, I'm not interested in going in and repetitively connecting to 48 different disks via the Microsoft Iscsi initiator. So we'll take advantage of PowerShell to help us accomplish that task. So first up, I am in PowerShell. Apologies for the change in view here, but I had to switch tools in order to get around a keyboard issue. So I'm in the RDP session. I've launched PowerShell. I first want to make sure that the Microsoft Iscsi initiator is running. So we'll do that. We'll do that with a net start command. So that's now running. What I'd like to do now is to set up the Iscsi target portal for the machine. All of these things you would typically do via the Iscsi initiator. I'm simply taking advantage of PowerShell to accomplish the same tasks. And so the first thing we want to do is register a new Iscsi target portal. So I'll just create a variable here, call it my Iscsi target portal. We'll do a new Iscsi target portal. If I could spell. And give it the target portal address. Right. Inspect my variable. Okay. And what I want to do next is get my Iscsi target portal. So we'll say get Iscsi and then I'm going to also update the Iscsi target portal, and then I want to get Iscsi target. All right, and I see my 48 disks have been discovered, and now I'd like to connect to them. So what I'll do is take advantage of PowerShell once again. We'll do for each. I'll call it slice in get Iscsi target. For each of those, I want to connect. So we'll say connect Iscsi target, and the node address is going to be in our slice in a variable called node address. All right, and we can see right now for all 48 slices, the is connected flag is set to false. Move this out of the way so you have a little bit of a view of disk management. Drag our border up here. And so when we execute this, little PowerShell script, we see that we get our 48 disks showing up here in disk management. We can go ahead and initialize these guys with disk part and an associated script to go through and bring them online and do whatever we need to do. Disconnecting these disks, equally simple. In fact, I'm simply going to up arrow here, and instead of connect Iscsi target, I'm going to say disconnect Iscsi target, and we're going to confirm false, as we don't want to be prompted as each of these disk slices are removed. So we'll run that. Device being used, hey? Interesting. Let's try that again. All right. And so all of those disks are now gone. So in this video, we took a quick look at connecting to a Nutanix disk group by way of PowerShell, saving you some mouse clicks and some repetitive activities via the power of scripting. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and you will see or hear from me in the next video.